Okay, so what we're going to do, sign into www.repl.it, and I sign in with my my APS email. I'll click login here, sign in with Google. Okay, this is how I log in. This will show me what kind of REPL do I want to make. This is a place where people write codes to things. We're going to be doing something that is a game that will show up on the web. So we're going to want to use a web code, this one, and we're going to call it Visual Novel, and we're going to select this code, HTML, CSS, JS, and JS. That stands for Hypertext Markup Language, Cascading Style Sheets, and JavaScript. And we're going to create the new REPL by clicking that button, selecting HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then we're going to name this Visual Novel. No spaces. Anything on the web, always no spaces. Create REPL. And then we've already made a Piskel character. I want to bring that character in here. In order for me to do that, I'm just going to drag my my Piskel right onto this. So here's my stick man. I had to change his name because it had a space in it. So then I'll just move my stick man onto this list, and I'm going to drag him right underneath files. So it's highlighted it, and I can just do click right there. So now I have my stick man listed here, and I'm going to erase all this. I want to simplify what I'm doing. So this is the part where it's automatically going to start saving all of the changes that I make. But up here, I need to turn this in today. So I'm going to copy right underneath, right above my username. It's got repl.it. My username is going to be @Gina Hansen 1, Visual Novel. And then this is the first page called index.html. I'm going to copy and paste this URL into today's assignment for the project. This is going to be the beginning of this week's project, where we will be creating a visual novel game. And this is right before Thanksgiving break, so I would love to get all this done. So right here on this side, I'm going to start typing my code. So I've listed a lot of, and I'm only going to work in this section right underneath where it says index.html. First, and I'm going to continue to put the directions in the chat as well as speak them to you. But the first thing I need to do is using my less than sign, then I type the lowercase HTML and then greater than sign. This is going to indicate that we're going to make a new web page. At the end of our time making a web page, we're going to turn that same HTML web page read off, so the computer stops working. And so this is going to be at the very end of our document, is this piece right here. Okay. Now there's 3 parts of a web page, or there's basically like 2 main parts that we're going to be coding in. The top is called the head, and so that if we type less than head and then greater than, and then we will put something in there, but we haven't done it yet. Then we're going to turn it off, and so we're going to do a / head at the bottom of that. And then if you have a head, you also have to have a body. So we're going to also going to set this piece up and then tell it eventually to stop reading the body text. Okay. Now, this is the first little piece that I want you to so set up. What we've just done is set up a basic web page. Adding tags for HTML, head, and body. So each one of those has an opening tag and an end tag. So the end tag has no slash in it, but make sure whatever you turn on, you also turn off. For today, what I want to do is in the body. Oops. I want to type. I want to see a line of text. So let's make a heading, and the way you indicate a heading is like a H1 through H6. So we're going to make this a big heading. So it's going to say H1. And then we're going to turn off that heading. So it's /H1. And then here's the text. Virtual novel game Qwest. I want to spell my Qwest, Qwest. Okay, now this is the first piece of text that I'm going to have on this page. Okay. If I typed any of this wrong, it's not going to show up right. So maybe I'll make this bigger because I think it's too, oh, there you go. All it shows, this is what's going to be right now on my wrapper for my game, Virtual Novel Game Qwest. Okay. And then the last piece that we're going to do today before I answer questions is we're going to insert an image. And the way we do that is, let's find our picture first. Idea. Zombie apocalypse. And I'm in Google and I just want to find some images. So make sure you select images of where a zombie apocalypse could happen. I like that one. That's cool. Let me make this a little bigger. In a visual novel, you want to show where something could possibly happen. This is kind of cool too. Notice it'll suggest a couple of these. Architecture of the apocalypse. Oh, that might be architecture picture. This is what could happen. An apocalypse means like the end of the world, right? So, oh, this was a competition. Oh, wow. I wonder if I'll be able to save this. So if I control click over this, I'm going to save this image. And I'm going to call it background. So I'm going to make it all lowercase letters, but I'm going to write background _ apocalypse. Notice it told me that my file type is JPEG. I'm going to need to remember that. So I'm going to save it, put it in my downloads, and then I'm going to upload it right here. Okay. So there it is, background, my apocalypse. I'm going to drag that file from my Finder right into my file list. Okay. Man, I might have had that so small I can't see it. Let me resize and make sure that it's sitting in there. So what we did is next find a background image that represents a setting where your game takes place. Download it. If it doesn't save, maybe somebody put copyright on it. But what my goal is today is to be able to show some text of what my game is called, and then I want to be able to I want to have my two files, my Piskel that I drew, and my background. So image space src equals, and then I need the name of the file. So my file is called background _ apocalypse.jpg, and that has to be in quotation marks. So if I want to test it, see if it works. So I'm going to hit play. There it is. Okay. So that, man, I made my goal, man. I made my goal. I'm happy about that. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I'm going to screenshot this and show and put that in the attendance so you can see. But one thing I can do here, there's a little button that has an arrow that clicks out of here. I can click that. It's going to make another window. I believe it should open in a new tab. And then I can actually, it'll show me without all the coding stuff on there. It'll show me what does that look like. It's running it right now. And I'm going to just, this is as far as we're going to go today. Let's see. It's still running. It's taking it off. says, hey, it's the first time you put a file, we should make it take longer. All right, so I'm going to drag this into another window. My screen is too small at the moment. So if you are able to put these on different screens, it helps. Yours can look like mine. So when I look at my page, here's my, I mean, dang, somebody did an awesome job. I don't know what they made this out of, but doesn't that look like a great place for the zombie apocalypse? And you can see, I mean, you could look up my REPL right now, visualnovel.ginahansen1.repl.co, and it will show you this, okay? But when I go back to my code, this is all that I put in today. It's a link to a picture. It's a link to, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. It's some basic header text in the biggest size that they have. But every single part of this has to be perfect, or it will not work when I hit play, okay? Or when I click run is what they use it in here. But that's it. That's all we're going to do for today. If yours works, cool. Otherwise, I'm going to stop screen sharing and answer questions.